Hey, good morning. Good morning. Today I wanted to talk about escaping the narcissist. Escaping the narcissist, or for the proper terminology, escaping Jezebelic control, manipulation, intimidation, domination, fear factors, gaslighting, crazy making. So today I want to just talk about escaping. Now, this is like a very sensitive topic for those who are actually involved in relationships with these type of personalities. And to be clear, it's not necessarily a romantic relationship, because these personalities can be found in the workplace. They can be found in your house, in your home. They can be found in your places of worship, church. They can be found in every social setting. They can be found if you know what to look for. They are definitely there. I'll put it like that. They are definitely there. And you have to even inner reflect, because it could be you. It could be you. It could be you. Because although I have been involved in these type of relationships back in the day, and even I have to still check myself, because I could be the carrier of those personalities, the same personalities that I'm trying to escape from. I have to make sure that I'm not inflicting them upon other people, because as a younger girl and everything, I was like something else, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, like over the top, but I did have like a lot of, control things going on, where I wanted to just control I'm not even gonna say I wanted to control the environment. I just wanted to control the things that concerned me. And that is not, like a far-fetched request, because you should be able to manage those things that concern you. But there are also times when things will interject into your environment that you have no control over. So being a good manager over your life and over those things that concern you is not wrong. So you have to also be sure to look at that in the right perspective. However, there are times whenever you go out of the proper zone where those things are proper, and you go into like toxic habits, toxic things regarding the environmental control. Okay, so and I'm sorry, I'm just a little distracted, because these it's just a lot going on right here, and I got to just watch. But anyway, back to the topic. You have to be aware of the control factor, even in yourself, because you can definitely be the carrier of these personalities. Now, moving on to when someone else is a carrier. All right, mine was basically a marriage, and I've run into other control factors in other sectors of the social fabric, but I'm just going to talk about escaping and getting out of a toxic narcissist marriage. Jezebelic, the control, manipulation, intimidation. And to be perfectly honest and transparent, you have to realize that although the other person was a controlling personality, you have to look at yourself, because 9 times out of 10, you had to be something in order to be able to even attract or coexist with this personality on a codependent basis. Because a lot of times these personalities are actually banking off of what you exert or what you put out, they are actually feeding off of that, and you are actually feeding off of them. Because the same way that you are desiring something within them, they are desiring something that's within you. Whether it becomes toxic because it's just a toxic situation all the way around. So whenever you have a controlling person, or whenever you're being controlled, why is it that you're allowing this person to control you? What else is it that they are giving you? Are they giving you the attention that you need? Are they giving you the the adoration? Are they like buying your clothes? Are they your providers? Why do you need them? What is the codependent tie to this person? So you have to like ask yourself the question too, because I see clips and stuff like on the narcissist, the Jezebel'S tendencies, and it's always like pointing the finger at the narcissist and the Jezebel, at the nature of the Jezebel'S spirit. The characteristic and the personalities were found in the woman called Jezebel, so that's how her namesake came to be, because those tendencies, she just like eluded all of those personalities, so she became like the face, almost like the face of Maybelline. She became the face of rebellion. Basically, that's what it is. It's rebellion. Rebellion, control, manipulation. You don't want to get in line and get subservient to the laws of the Lord. And that's what the Jezebel spirit basically is. One of the characteristics is unhusband, meaning she's not going, that spirit, it can be male or female, they're not going to submit. They're not going to submit their will. And you got to like pay attention to that too, because sometimes they do get in line or agree with what you say, or let you like say I want to go to Outback Steakhouse to eat. They're like, okay, don't get that confused. I mean, just because they like agreed and didn't try to control that situation doesn't mean that they're not the character, because that right there is very like A, B. That's like beginning at the alphabet of just them, doing what they need to do to keep you. Okay, so you have to like look at the more deeper things that they are doing. Like how do you feel whenever you have to like go before them and talk to them? Are you already like on pins and needles because you're not sure of the reaction that you're going to get, or you're not sure if they are even going to listen to you, or if they are going to like scorn you like you're like in kindergarten and they're your teacher. Or if you like try to set a boundary or a standard with these people, do they like blow up and put a fear factor? That's a tactic to try to blow up and put fear in you so you won't confront them again. Or do they just like lie compulsively and you just know they lying? And if you like confront them about something, do they like turn it around and act like they didn't do anything? Or look at you with disdain, like you shouldn't even be like talking to them about this situation, the situation at hand. You have to look at the characteristics and look at the personalities and look at the signs. You have to look at the signs, because the signs is what you need to read. It's almost like a blind person. You know how they read Braille? They read Braille. So they can't see. They can't see with their eyes, but they have to allow their fingers of what they're rolling their finger across, the signs, the language, the bumps and the dips, and they have to be able to run their finger across what they're trying to comprehend, and that's how they read. And they're not going by sight. They're just depending on what they're going by with their senses, or they're going by the signs. Basically, they're going by the signs. Just like if you put in Google Maps or whatever, and it's like trying to get you to a destination. It says turn right up here on Wilmington Street, turn left in 400 feet. Those are directives. Those are like, you have to follow the directives, follow the signs in order to get to the destination. So whenever you are looking at a toxic person, don't go by what your eyes is seeing all the time. Don't go by what your eyes are looking at, because that can be very deceptive. Because 9 times out of 10, if they know you're looking, in order to for them not to be exposed, they're going to give you a good show. They're going, like a little kid in church or wherever back in the day, if they're talking and the mama just look at them, they're going to straighten up. Or if they think that the authority figure is looking at them, they straighten up. But just as soon as they think that nobody's watching, they get buck wild. They get buck wild. So that's how it is with this spirit, because this spirit has been on the earth forever, basically. So this spirit knows the tendencies of mankind. This spirit follows family lines, so they know the family line tendencies. So this spirit is very familiar with the process. This spirit, you cannot beat this spirit without Jesus the Christ and the Holy Spirit's discernment. You cannot beat this spirit. So now let me tell you how to get out from up under this controlling, manipulative, fear-making, crazy-making spirit. It's like, back in the day whenever you were playing racing and somebody say, ready, set, go. Those are the 3 words that you're going to have to adopt. Okay, ready, set, go. Because you have to get ready. Don't worry about going and setting. Just worry about, not even worry, just focus on ready. Leave set and go alone for right now. So you have to get ready. And the way that you get ready is mentally. Mentally, you get ready. Because you have to start throwing off and rejecting all of those toxic thoughts, all of those toxic mind-binding and mind-captivating spirits that have locked you down, where you're afraid to even think it. You're afraid to even think it. When I was in a situation like that, I didn't want to let my mind go there. I didn't want to let my mind go there. And it wasn't because I was afraid of the person per se, which it was a little bit of fear there. Not physically. I mean, I wasn't in a physical abusive relationship at all. But I'm just saying, I didn't want to let my mind go there because, number one, I didn't want to admit that this is what I'm dealing with. And then because of the long drawn out, just a drip, boom, of toxic drip over the years, it begins to wear on you. So you become fatigued to an extent, mentally, emotionally, even physically, you become fatigued. So I didn't even want to go there for real. So whenever you're becoming ready, you're getting your mind ready, because if your mind is not ready, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna make it. Even if you stepped out for a minute, if you even attempted to step out, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go back because you're not ready. You're not ready. So you have to just make sure that you are ready. And that's getting your mind right. Getting your mind right. And in this process of getting your mind right, they don't know anything. Your hand is not thrown in at that moment. You're reading your cards and you know what you need to do, but the person that you're trying to break away from, they don't need to know all of that. If they are still coming in, talking to you and everything, whether it be a so-called associate or whatever, don't tell them, hey, what's on your mind? Well, I'm just getting tired of all of this, and don't let them know that. Don't let them know that, because they're going to turn up the heat, because 9 times out of 10, you already done gave them that information. They know, but they don't care. They don't care, because it's like they're hunting that spirit in them is hunting your soul. So it becomes more intense. The heat is like turned up. So you're going to have to just like zip it up. If you have a close friend, a confidant, or, definitely the Lord, because he's the one that's going to like direct you. The Holy Ghost is the one that's directing you. But if you have close friends or, a close confidant or whatever, definitely like put them in the know, let them know what's going on, and like they, go in prayer and intercede for you and all of that. But the person that you're trying to break away from, don't let them know your hand at that point. It's easier. It's easier. Now, if they do say, why you tripping, or, why this, and they detect what you're doing, then you have to go to plan B and know that they know, but you're going to have to still keep that poker face. You're going to have to still stand firm on what you know that you're becoming ready for. So in the ready stage, you're being prepared mentally. You're becoming like solid as a rock in that ready stage, because it's almost like you're putting on that hard hat. You're getting ready to go to work, okay? You're getting ready to go to work. I wrote this journal like way back in like 2002 or 3 or maybe 6. I started that journal, 2006. And I named that journal Preparing for Takeoff. And I began to journal my thoughts, and I didn't even know that I was really literally preparing for takeoff. Okay, I was preparing mentally. Now, get what I'm saying? I named it Preparing for a Takeoff. So I was getting ready. I was getting ready to be set, and then to eventually go. All right, that's what ready, set, go means. Whenever it's ready, you're becoming aware that it's almost time. Then whenever you're set, those runners, they're making sure that their stance is right. And then whenever that gun go off, boom, they're gone. Go. So whenever you're becoming ready, set, go, those are like 3 different positions that you have to pay attention to. So whenever you're ready, that's mentally. And then your readiness is making you set. It's almost like Jello. You mix up the Jello and you have to put it in the refrigerator to make it gel, so it'll set. Just so it'll like get set in position, get set to its consistency that it's supposed to be. It's called Jello, so Jello has to be Jello. So you're preparing it, making it ready. Okay, making it ready to be able to set. Okay, you're putting the water in it, you're putting the powder in it, and that's ready. That's preparation. And then you are letting it stay in the refrigerator so it'll set, so it'll gel. So whenever you're being set, that's whenever you're actually, all of the readiness and preparation that you have done is in you now. It's in you. So you're letting this settle. You're figuring it out. You're basically like ruminating a little bit on the readiness, like, okay, this is that. And you're like, basically, you're like believing. You're believing what you're getting ready to do. You're believing in what you're getting ready to do. You've done the research. You've made the game plan. You see what you're working with. You've already like thought about, okay, now whenever I do this, you've thought about the L's that you're going to have to take, the losses that you're going to have to take. But really, if you're going towards freedom, it's really not a loss. It's a gain in the end. You may like have to sacrifice, trinkets and stuff like that, even houses, cars or whatever. But that is like nothing compared to the priceless position of freedom. That is nothing. You can get another car, you can get another house. Even it may take a long time, and then again, you may not ever regain another house. But if that's, you may not even desire that. But if you do, you can get that again. You may have to put in a lot of work. You may have to put in less work, but you can gain those things again. You can gain clothes. But guess what? If you don't have a sound mind, if you don't have peace, guess what? All of that stuff in the world is not worth that. It's not worth it. So you're getting set. You're gelling in the mindset now. You're allowing that mindset to gel and become like that jello, to become firm. But it's still like movable, to adjust, adapt, or whatever. And then when the time comes, whenever you're to go, then that's the time whenever it's getting ready to be set off, okay? That's the time you are getting ready to put everything in action, and you're getting ready to go. You're getting ready to leave. You're getting ready to take off and leave that toxic position. You're getting ready to leave that toxic relationship. You're getting ready to leave, excel above those toxic friends, okay? Even toxic places. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a person, it could be a place that's real toxic, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like leaving it. So because really those toxic places are there, so you're going to have to leave those too. So yeah, just be ready, and then be set, and then go. Ready, set, go. Because it's very, very, very imperative that you do these steps so that once you take off, you're able to stay propelled. You don't have all of that weight, all of those doubts, all of that hopelessness holding you down, but you are now like suspended in the air, and you are like taking off, and you're like going to your next level. Yeah, so I just wanted to like talk about that, because it is a process. It is a process. So don't let nobody say, girl, just do this, or just get out, or just make sure that whenever you transition, that you have become ready, that you have set, so that whenever you decide to go, then you are good. All right. So have a good day, and thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and please like and share and subscribe. Thank you.